Hugh Grant was one of the leading men in romantic comedies in the 1990s, among the likes of Richard Gere and Leonardo DiCaprio. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more videos. He was well liked and managed to impress fans with his natural charm and sense of humor. His roles in For Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, Bridget Jonas' Diary, and Love Actually made audiences swoon in the 1990s and early 2000s. Another one of Grant's famous films was the 2002 film 2 Weeks' Notice, where he was paired with Sandra Bullock. The duo had met 5 years ago and discussed working together, but Grant made a very bad impression on Bullock by telling what he called a disgusting story, which resulted in Grant not hearing from the actress for over 3 years. The 1990s were a prolific year for both Hugh Grant and Sandra Bullock as they played some of their most memorable roles during the decade. Grant was the rising lover boy who charmed audiences with his cheerful nature in For Weddings and a Funeral, Sense and Sensibility, and Notting Hill. On the other hand, Bullock had success in films like Speed, Demolition Man, and Where We Were Sleeping. The two apparently planned to work on a project together years before they got together in 2002's 2 Weeks' Notice. As Grant recounted on the BBC, the two first met 5 years before this film was released at a relationship meeting conducted by executives at industry. During the meeting, Grant apparently embarrassed himself by telling Bullock a disgusting story, which he said infuriated her. She did not contact him again for over 3 years. However, they ironed out their differences and became great friends by the time they finished filming 2 Weeks' Notice. "We first met about 5 years ago, and we had what Hollywood calls a relationship meeting, where you talk about the possibility of working together," Grant said. "She told Sandy a very disgusting story, which I think made her angry, and she left the room, and I never heard from her for 3 years after that." While Grant didn't tell the details of the story he told Bullock, it was certainly spoiled by their first meeting, which cost him 3 years of silence. However, the duo got along very well together on 2 Weeks' Notice, and the film crew was left irritated by the constant bickering and laughter via Express. The film itself was a huge box office hit, with audiences loving the chemistry between the actors, and grossed $199 million against a $60 million budget by Box Office Mojo. Sandra Bullock has starred in a fair share of romantic comedies over the years. You're Sleeping with Bill Pullman, 2 Weeks' Notice with Hugh Grant, and The Show with Ryan Reynolds are among the films that audiences still admire. However, Bullock hates this genre for being the only film in which Hollywood allows women to be funny. In an interview with The Guardian, the actress lamented the fact that the actress could only show her comedy chops in romantic comedies, and never got a proper comedy where she would have played the lead that day. She expressed her desire to do a comedic role in a film suitable for the genre, and stated that it was time for Hollywood to not take itself so seriously and have fun. "Comedy is usually only available to us ladies in romantic comedies," Bullock said. "That's why I hate romantic comedies. I want to make rom-coms. Let's get back to the fun."